faith in Jesus Christ, which guided John Wesley in founding Methodism in 1738, came to the Philippines in 1898. In the beginning, there was resistance to its coming, but the fervent desire to bring the Word of God closer to the Filipino people prompted the start of Methodism in the islands. On August 28, 1898, George Stull of the 1st Montana Volunteers, a Methodist minister who, as chaplain, held the first Protestant service in the Philippines. What a wonderful day this has been. How we sang, how the place was transformed, how the people wondered at our service. My text was the power of God, how God showed himself to us. 8 responded to the invitation at the close of the service to identify themselves with God's people, not to start a Methodist church, but to bond together to honor God. Until then, to hold any but the Catholic Mass meant death. And even several years after that, there were many disruptions whenever the Word of God would be freely spoken. Until then, the reading of the Bible was prohibited. At the end of the first decade, the Word of God was translated into several of the vernacular languages. On March 5th, 1899, Bishop James M. Thoburn, in an official visit on behalf of the Methodist Church, delivered the first sermon of a Methodist on the stage of the Teatro Pilipino. He organized the congregation into a local charge. Bishop Thoburn arranged for the coming of missionaries and laid the groundwork for the establishment of the Methodist Church. On February 1900, the Women's Foreign Missionary Society sent the first missionaries with the arrival in the islands of Dr. Annie Norton, Miss Mary Cody, Miss Cornelia Moots, and Miss Julia Wisner. In the same year, the Philippines was made a district of the Malaysia Conference, a part of the Conference of India and Malaysia. Its first presiding elders were Reverend Jess McLaughlin and Dr. Homer Stuntz. In 1901, the Evangelical Union and Organization of Protestant Missions in the Philippines was formed to ensure the efficient and cordial coordination among Protestant groups. The Methodist Mission was given jurisdiction over the provinces north of Manila, namely Bulacan, Pampanga, Tarlac, Nueva Ecija, Pangasinan, Zambales, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Abra, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Benguet, and Cagayan. Also, in 1901, municipal cemeteries were established because of stiff opposition to Protestant burials in local burial grounds. By 1902, the evangelization was started to be assumed by the growing number of Filipino Methodists. Earlier, on March 10, 1900, Nicolas Zamora was ordained the first Filipino deacon by Bishop Thoburn, and later, in 1903, the first Filipino elder. Another Filipino, Pastor Felipe Marquez, was named a deacon. Also, in 1903, the Harris Memorial Training School was established to prepare Filipino women for the vocation of deaconess. In the same year, the first annual National Bible Institute was held with representatives from every province within Methodist territory. With the growth of Methodism in the country, the Philippines ceased to be under the Malaysia Conference. It was accorded the status of a mission conference in 1904. In 1909, the Mission Conference became the Philippine Islands Annual Conference. In 1906, the Dispensaria Betania was established in the Harris Training Memorial School near the Knox Memorial Church in Santa Cruz. In 1908, the Mary J. Johnston Memorial Hospital opened in Tondo to help Manila's poor women and children. Other institutions were established to meet the demand for women workers. The Mary Brown Townsend Bible Training School in Lingayen and the Florence B. Nicholson Bible Seminary in Caloocan. By 1912, the Philippines had its own resident bishop, Dr. William Perry Evelyn. Succeeding him were Bishop Charles Edward Locke, Bishop Charles Bayard Mitchell, and Dr. Edwin Ferdinand Lee. In the next 30 years, the Methodist Church would consolidate its gains, giving witness to the Word of God through acts of salvation and personal conversion.
Taong 1913, isang suko ng Diyos sa katauhan ni Ginoong Epifanio Rubio ang siyang nagdala ng Ebanghelyo. Sa Limay, sa pamagitan ng missionary vision ni Reverend Simeon Blas. Si Reverend Simeon Blas ang kasalukuyang nakadestinong pastor ng Bataan ng taong iyon.
Nung 19 naraan at 13, sa Limay ang salita mo'y dumating. Sa pamamagitan ni Ginoong Epifanio Rubio, sa missionary vision ni Reverend Simeon Blas.
Ang ebanghelyo mo'y unang ipinahayag sa simpleng bayan na iyong minahal.
Hanggang ang munting kapilya ay naitatag. Noong 1944 iyong biyaya'y nasilayan.
Ngunit dumating ang unos at digmaan, ang tahanan mo'y nasira't naglaho.
Ang unang binhi, iyong itinanim sa Limay Community UMC. Sa bawat luha at panalangin, ikaw ang Diyos na tapat magpakailanman. Sa gitna ng hirap at paglipas ng panahon, marami ang lumisan at naglakbay. Ngunit may iilang na natiling tapat sa'yo, patuloy na naglingkod at nagdasal.
Sa kabila ng paghina ng gawain noon, naging bahagi ng Orion UMC ang ministeryo.
Ngunit hindi mo pinabayaan ang iyong plano, sapagkat ikaw ang Diyos na patuloy kumikilos dito.
Sa katahimikan ng kasaysayan, ikaw ay gumagawa pa rin.
Ang unang binhi, iyong itinanim sa Limay Community UMC. Sa bawat pagsubok ikaw ang aming kasama. At hanggang sa dulo ng kasaysayan, ikaw pa rin ang aming Ama.